Two Sheds Gabby here. I am sitting here on my couch trying to recuperate with my foot up and ice on it, my ankle. And today the mailman delivered a box of pennies because I had another person on the West Coast want to exchange boxes with me. And so he got his out a couple of days before I did. I felt kind of bad. I didn't get mine out. So I'm sure he definitely does not have his, won't have his for a few more days. But I'm going to try to see, I'm going to see if I can get into these pennies and go through them while I'm sitting here. Hopefully I won't make too big. My wife is like, and you're going to ask me to come and get all the pennies off the floor when you drop them? I'm like, well, I guess I'll just let them sit there for a while. Well, the box got busted open, but I'm not surprised. I hope. Oh, feels like a couple of rolls got busted a little bit, but I'm not surprised about that. I shipped them to him a little bit differently than this. I hope that he's okay with that. But I really taped them up good. Well, I hope we get some good stuff in here. I'll just get started. I see it's from Loomis. Hey, in the first roll, I got a wheat penny. Well, that's kind of cool. I got 7 coppers besides the wheat penny. There was a 24 in there, but I'm not going to mess with those this box. My wife did bring me a mat down, so I'll put my Wheaties up there, and we'll see what else we can find. Several busted rolls. I found a 2009, pretty nice looking. Couple of things I hadn't been prepared for it. I forgot to tell my wife to grab this or this. My 82s, I'll just have to stack them because I didn't ask her to bring the scales down, and she's up doing housework. The roll papers, I don't have a trash can right here by me, so I guess I'll just throw them over on the other side of the couch until such time as she comes down to see what's going on. Oh, poor thing. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. Well, guys, a handful of rolls later, and I get a 68 Canadian penny and a 44 S wheat penny. That is one of the cool things about getting coins from the West Coast is you find some S. I got also an S copper, just a memorial. But definitely a lack of copper in general. I think the most I've had so far in a roll is 7 copper besides the wheat penny. But yeah, some rolls have had like 3 or 4. So the chances of me getting 3 pounds, unless it really changes, is going to be slim. Well, sometimes you have to get off the couch for certain reasons. And so on the way back from my certain reason, I went ahead and picked up a box to put my wrappers in, and I grabbed my scales. Now I'm a little bit more ready. I'm sitting there like, I think I forgot something while I was up there. My magnifying glass, man, I forgot that. I'm having to actually strain to look at these years. Well, I just found my 3rd Wheatie. I think at this rate, if I keep getting them at this pace, I will get more than 10, I believe. It's a 1955 Denver. Surprise that, Denver. Most all of the coins are Denver. But the copper is not good, I'll get a couple of pounds, I guess, maybe. Hopefully I get 2 anyway. It's really a challenge doing it from my couch seat here. But, I'm just watching TV and reading a little bit, watching a few videos, and I wanted to do a little more than that. So then all of a sudden, these pennies showed up in the mail. So it's like, I'm going to go through those guys. So that's what I'm trying to do with much difficulty. Copper. Look at that, 2 coppers in a row. I'm not I'm not paying much attention to the 23s for the extra V this time. Most of the time, if I see the shield, I just toss it in the box. If the 23 shows up, I'll take a quick glance. It's at 86. Oh, it's an 80. It's copper. So this is my method for now. I've changed it like a couple of times already. 82s, I'll weigh them. I don't even have my jar here for my 82s. Don't have my magnifying glass. Hey, the next roll after that little segment, and I find my second Canadian copper, 1974. Cool. I just don't like going to doctors unless it's an absolute emergency. And I questioned if this was an emergency or not because my wife, a couple of years ago, she twisted and she even heard a bone snap. It definitely cracked, and she went to the doctor, got the x-ray, and they're like, okay, well, just stay off it. And that's all they did. So she was in a bad way for a few months. And I suspect if I have something like that, they'll tell me the same. So I'm just going to stay off of it the best I can for a while. Hey, a few rolls later, guys, and here's Wheatie number 4. It's a 55D. That's pretty cool. I was just thinking about a bunch of years ago. Man, I was probably 13 or 14, and we were out in our front yard here. It was this very front yard. I lived next door when I grew up. And there's a bunch of us out there, and we had ball gloves and baseball and baseball bats, just goofing off, popping things around. And the kid that lived across the street, I don't remember how it even happened, but just from out of nowhere, he swung his bat at full strength and hit me right at the top of the abdomen in the ribs. And I mean, I could not breathe. I mean, at all. It just completely took all of my wind out. And I was struggling, not being able to breathe. I ended up in the middle of the street, leaning over. This street used to be pretty slow way back in those days. It's pretty busy now. But it took, I don't know how long before I finally got my breath. And I felt confident, I think, that he didn't do it on purpose because we weren't arguing or anything. But to this day, I don't know for sure. Would you look at how nice that is? Oh my goodness. That is super nice. 63 Canadian. When I saw how shiny it was, immediately it's like, oh, that's just a new one. It's like, oh, that's the young queen, not the older queen. That's really, really nice. I just came across this guy. I haven't seen a Bahamas coin in quite a while. 1985. Very cool looking coin. A starfish. I didn't remember there being a starfish on there. When I was, golly, how old was I? 14 or 15, and I was going to a private school that year. I won't even go into why right now, but me and a buddy of mine I won a trip selling lifesavers that the school was doing, and I think my friend his mom just came up with the money, and we went to Florida on the trip for a couple of days. It was really cool, and I remember catching a live starfish, and I kept it in like a cup. I should have thrown it. It died, I should have just thrown it back after I caught it and looked at it, gandered at it for a minute, and then been satisfied and thrown it back. But I held on to it for too long, and it died, and I felt kind of bad. Copper. My wife has been itching for us to get out there and make a fire, and she's like, I guess we won't do any fires for a little while now. And I'm sitting there like, maybe I can hobble out there. I don't know. I don't know. You have to. It has to be on a day that there's no wind because we don't want to mess with the wind blowing it around, taking a chance on spreading anything. Copper. Well, I come to wheat penny number 5. It's a 52D. Nothing super old yet, but halfway to the tin that I like to get. Hey, the very next row, when I find wheat penny number 6, 57D, Neato, copper. I was thinking about some of my other little injuries. One time as a teenager, I was barefoot most of the time. I went into that store in Texas when I was living there, barefoot, and they were like, "What are you, from Kentucky or something?" And I'm like, "As a matter of fact, I am." But anyway, I was going into a convenience store, just hopping along, in those concrete things that they put out there in the parking lot so the cars will stop before they hit the building. I kicked one of those with the second to my little toe with all my might, and I broke my toe. Oh my goodness. Like when you play basketball and it hits you in the thumb or something and feels like it pushes it all the way into your hand. That's what my little toe felt like. Oh my, that was so painful. And it was, oh my goodness, it was black and blue for the longest time. Well, here's wheat penny number 7, and it is a 49 San Francisco. That's pretty cool. 7 already. I'm doing pretty good there. Got a long way to go still in this box. This is a very odd way for me to be doing it, but I just wanted to be doing something. Oh, can't read that one. 82. As you can see, I'm not weighing the 83s this box either. Copper. I have found a couple more 2009s. I just came across my 8th Wheatie. Oh, 1946, another San Francisco. That's pretty cool. Look at all these Canadians I have found. Pretty neat. I think one of them is not. Yeah, this one's not copper, but the rest of them are. This was this was what was in the bottom. I pulled the box out and I got all the rolls over here. But there were so many of them so busted up. This is what was in the bottom of the box. I mean, it was a bunch of rolls busted open. Well, this is all the rolls I have left in the box so far. And let me show you, I have just found another wheat penny. Let me get set up here to show you that one. Here is Wheatie number 9, and it's another San Francisco. Number 9. I almost forgot to say that. 1952 San Francisco. Very cool. Copper. Oh, looky there, number 10, and it's another San Francisco, 1949. Cool beans. Well, we got our 10, and several of them are San Francisco. That's the cool thing about getting them in the West. You find a few more of the S's. I found several S memorial pennies as well. How about them apples? All right. I'm going to weigh this one. I've got like 9 more rolls to go, and here is wheat penny number 11. Oh, 1934. Very nice. Cool. Copper. Still hanging out on the couch. Putting the ice on for a while, off for a while. Nothing more fun than that. I can't even see the date. There it is. Hey folks, just 6 rolls to go, and look what I found. You all know how much I enjoy finding these. Pretty cool. What year? 1941. Oh man, that's fun finding those. I've got quite a few Canadians in this box, and I'm at 11 or 12 wheat. I'm not going to get up right away. Once I get finished here, I'll send the box up with my wife, and she will weigh it. And then when she brings it back, I'll tell you how much copper we got. I'm gonna hope that I can get out and do my song leading Sunday. That'd be a drag if I couldn't do that. Oh, there's another Wheatie. What is that? Is that a 49? Yeah, I believe that's a 49. All right. That's a pretty good amount of wheats for this box for sure. 1980. A lot of D's in this box. More than I'm used to. So I am in my den, got my TV up there, and I'm hanging out on the couch. And my dilemma is when I need to go to the bathroom, I've got to get up those steps right there. And that is the most difficult part. It's painful. But just beyond that door right there, I've got a backless office chair. I have my regular office chair and then the backless one because I use it. I do a lot of packaging, and sometimes it's heavy packaging. And so I'll sit my packaging stuff on that chair so that I can roll it around, and for whatever reason, if I'm trying to pack stuff. Sometimes it's pretty big boxes. But anyway, just beyond that door is that chair. And once I get beyond the steps, beyond that door, I just sit on that chair, and then I can just roll around anywhere in the house I want to without hardly any pain to my ankle. It's just those steps right there. they get me. Still a few rolls left, and I come to another wheat penny. Oh, it just dropped it. There it is. 1952, Philadelphia. Oh, my wife just came through. There's my little chair there. She's like, I almost came through while you was videoing. She'd have made me delete and start over. Yeah, that's 85, okay. So I'm hoping to I don't know, maybe not tonight, maybe in the morning or something, to get into the office, Copper, and try to edit and get this video up. She's gone now to go weigh them. I'll turn off and wait till she comes back and tells me. Wheat pennies, Canadian pennies, S pennies, 2009s. Okay, I didn't think it'd be 3 pounds. It was 2 pounds and 7 ounces. So not too bad. Got like 13 wheat pennies. I got the King George. Pretty cool. Anyway, folks, hopefully I'll be back to normal in several days, and I can get back to my normal hunts. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this a little bit while I'm still in pain. It is the next morning, and I have gotten up and hobbled my way to the couch and had a cup of coffee. And now I've rolled my way up into my office, and I'm sitting in one chair and my foot propped up in another chair. And I'm going to try to get this video edited. I also had to get a package ready for my wife. But this is what I picked up last night in that box. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah. I do want to say thank you. Thank you very much to everybody. You all have been super supportive and a lot of very kind wishes, and I totally appreciate it. I tell you, I got a great group of people who follow me, and y'all are super. Thank you so much. Oh, that one's a D. I thought it was an S. Anyway, I probably missed a couple of the S coins, the memorials, while I was sitting there going through these, but I grabbed a handful of them at least. Anyway, I want to say thank you, and let's close it off right here. This is what I got. Really good box. It was really fun doing this from Washington State. It was really cool. Hopefully he'll get my box in a day or two, and I hope that he likes his as well. We'll see you guys. Thank you so much.